see a lot of people asking how to get the scratches from off-roading, the pinstripes, the light swirls, even just from washing it out. And a lot of people don't understand the full process or know how to do it. And really it's simple, just depends on what products you use. To simplify things, I'll wash with a good product like the Chemical Guys foaming soap. I'm using a $20 Amazon foam can with electric pressure washer, nothing special. The polisher I use is a Harbor Freight Random Orbit polisher with a Griots microfiber pad. I use the Griots correcting cream. If you have heavy swirls, you're going to want to use the fast correcting cream and then the correcting cream, and then I usually follow that up with the Griots Best of Show wax. So the next step is I'm going to show washing the vehicle, decontaminating the paint, using clay bar. This is the Mother's clay bar. I prefer the meguirs, but this is all the local store had in stock. The meguirs clay is a little more firm, easier to handle, whereas it seems like the Mother's is softer, and it just becomes a pain to have to deal with it being softer. So I'll show how to wash and then clay bar. So this is what the paint looks like after a wash. You can tell this is heavily scratched. This is my buddy's rig, and he definitely has not held back from going through the brush and the trails. And I'm not so sure that this has ever actually gotten a wax. So there's a lot of swirls. Rule of thumb kind of is if you can feel the scratch with your fingernail, you're not going to be able to get that out. I mean, there's some other damage here that, unless you go to a body shop like this, there's no fixing that. There's a little more damage from not having rock sliders. So now I'm going to show how to clay bar. This is the Mother's clay. It is warm out today, so this is super soft. Like I said, I don't think I really recommend this particular clay, but it'll work. You want like a small pancake shape, and then just like if you ever wet sanded something, you're going to pick an area, spray it down with detailing spray, and then work this back and forth just like you're wet sanding something. What this does is it gets all the contaminants out of the paint, out of the clear coat, brake dust, tar, overspray. The reason you want this out is because otherwise when you wax, it's going to get in your pad, and then it's just going to cause more swirls instead of actually cleaning or removing the scratches. As you do this, you'll actually feel the paint getting smoother as you're going across. Not sure if you can see it. can see the dark spots in the clay. That shows that you're getting all the contaminants out of it. So when you get to a point where your clay is dirty, fold it over and then re-knead it out. If you drop this, throw it away and grab another piece. Otherwise, you might as well be sanding your vehicle. So I'm gonna finish the rest of this panel. I'm gonna tape it off. So now we're gonna start the buffing process. The Griots correcting cream, microfiber pad. Start out with 4 or 5 kind of generous dots. You want to start out at a slow speed with the buffer so it doesn't spray everywhere, otherwise it's going to make a complete mess. Once the product is thoroughly spread out, you can turn the speed up. Anytime you start or stop the buffer, start it on the paint, end it on the paint, let it stop, otherwise it's going to spray everywhere. Depending on how bad your paint is, you may have to do multiple passes. I'm going to finish wiping this off, finish this panel, and then I'll do a video showing the difference between the unpolished side versus the polished. But if you look at it already, just to focus versus that side. Pretty big difference with just a little bit of work. Keeping it waxed also helps prevent these scratches in the first place. All right, so here's to show the difference. Peel the tape. Before and after, and that's just a few passes with a product that you're not going to have to worry about burning your paint or causing more damage than what was already there. Obviously this is an extreme situation of swirls and damage from off-roading, but just a little bit of work make a big difference on your paint.